You're born on Komodo Island, emerging inside a hole that feels less like a nursery and more like a subterranean sauna. As you break free from your eggshell, you might wonder what your mother looks like, but she's nowhere to be found. You're on your own from the very first second, and that's not even the worst part. In the world of Komodo dragons, your own siblings are your first rivals. If you're lucky enough to be the first to hatch, you don't have time for a first breath before you need to run for your life. Scramble up the nearest tree as if your existence depends on it, because it absolutely does. You're not just fleeing your siblings. You're escaping hungry adults who would happily devour a bite-sized snack like you. To them, you're just a free appetizer. So there you are, clinging to a branch, getting your first proper view of the world. For now, your only job is to survive these first few days, because the real challenge is just about to begin. For the next several months, you're on a strict no-floor policy. Down there, it's a death zone, where every single step could be your last. Imagine living on the top floor of a skyscraper, because the streets below are swarming with monsters. It's a lot like that, only the monsters are your own species, patrolling the ground, ready to eat anything that moves. You're not entirely helpless though. You have sharp instincts and a powerful will to live that kicks in from day one. Plus, you have a built-in survival tool, the art of concealment. With your mottled brown and green scales, you blend perfectly with the leaves and bark, making it much harder for hungry eyes to spot you. It's your personal cloaking device, but instead of avoiding dark wizards, you're avoiding becoming lunch. At this stage, your life is survival 101. Find food, stay hidden, and for the love of all that is holy, do not fall out of the tree. Your diet consists of whatever you can catch up there: insects, small lizards, and the occasional bird that wasn't fast enough. Every meal is a huge success, and every day you avoid becoming a meal is an even bigger one. But don't get too comfortable, because soon you'll have to face the world below, and that's when things truly get intense. You're no longer that tiny hatchling clinging to a branch for dear life. You're now ready to explore the wild terrain of Komodo Island. Your first steps on solid ground are like a toddler's first wobbly movements, except the consequences are far more severe. Every rustle in the undergrowth could be a potential meal or a potential threat, and all your senses are cranked to the maximum. In most of the animal kingdom, this is where a mother would teach you the ropes. But as we've established, Komodo moms aren't the nurturing type. You're left to figure things out alone, which means a lot of trial and error. Your days are a series of self-assigned missions, stalking unsuspecting creatures, practicing your ambush techniques, and trying not to land on a bigger predator's menu. It's a steep learning curve, but you're slowly getting the hang of it. At first, your hunts are clumsy. You'll spend hours lying in wait, trying to become one with the bushes, your heart hammering as potential prey scurries by, or worse, gets snatched up by a far more experienced dragon show-off. But when you finally land that first successful kill, it's a massive victory. As you grow, so does your confidence. You venture further from your home tree, pushing your boundaries and generally acting like the reptilian version of a rebellious teenager. Each day makes you a little bolder, a little more skilled, and a lot less likely to become someone else's dinner. But it's not all smooth sailing. Remember those siblings you escaped at birth? They're still out there, and now it's time for some good old-fashioned sibling rivalry, where the grand prize is not dying. As you transition into adulthood, you realize the world is both bigger and smaller than you thought. The island is huge, but it's also packed with other dragons, each claiming the best hunting spots. It's time to find your own turf. Think of it like trying to find an apartment in a crowded city, except your family has been trying to eat you this whole time. Securing a territory requires luck, strategy, and probably a fight or two. Once you find a promising spot, the real test begins, making it yours. Imagine hiking for days, only to find the perfect location is already occupied by a dragon twice your size. You have a choice. Try to negotiate it, let's be honest. Means a fight or keep moving and hope for a less popular piece of land. Now that you've got your territory, it's time to settle into the daily grind. Your schedule is a simple loop of hunting, patrolling your borders, and sleeping. A lot of sleeping. You don't waste energy, so when you hunt big. One large meal a week is your style, something that will keep you full for days, like a deer, a wild boar, or even a water buffalo. Your hunting method is all about patience. You lie in wait, a living statue, until the perfect moment to strike. It's a high-stakes game where the prize is a feast, and the penalty is another week of hunger. But when you succeed, you eat like royalty, and then slip into a food coma that makes a holiday nap look like a brief power snooze. As you reach full maturity, around 7 to 10 years old, you start noticing the other Komodos in a new light. Your mating drive is kicking in. For males, the competition is fierce. You have to prove your worth to the females by showing off your strength and size. If a female is impressed, she might let you mate. Just don't blow your chance, because there's a line of other suitors waiting. Once you've successfully mated, your job is done. If you're a female, you'll lay your eggs in a hidden nest, burying them deep for protection. After that, it's back to the solo life, leaving the next generation to fend for themselves, just as you did. You've somehow survived past 10, and now 15 years. Congratulations. In the Komodo world, that's like reaching your 90s. but you're not as fast as you used to be. Those impressive muscles don't have the same power. You've earned every scar, but now survival demands experience over brute force. With age comes a new challenge. A younger, stronger dragon wants your territory, and this fight might be your last. He reminds you of yourself all those years ago. He might even be your own son for all you know. It's not like you kept in touch. This fight is different. You may be wiser, but you're also slower. Your opponent is relentless, and every blow lands a little harder than the last. But you don't go down easy. You dig deep, using every trick you've learned. In the end, it's a close call. Maybe you win, driving the challenger away one final time. Or maybe you lose, forced to retreat to the edges of the land you once ruled, battered but alive. Either way, this battle signals the beginning of the end. The jungle is a harsh place, and no one rules forever. As you feel the weight of time, you know the world will go on without you. As your end approaches, you find a quiet place to rest, away from the constant struggle. You lie down, feel the warmth of the sun on your scales, and close your eyes. The cycle continues, and somewhere out there, a new dragon is hatching, ready to begin the same brutal journey you've just completed.